What happens when tough Capricorn falls in love with the very passionate, intense, mysterious Scorpio? If you're interested, stay with me. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Mina here with another love compatibility video for you. We're going to talk about Capricorn and Scorpio in love today, so stick around with me. And if you're new, hello, I'm Mina. I'm a professional astrologer and I especially love talking about love compatibility with all of you. I invite you to subscribe to stay with me. I'm always releasing nice videos to help you understand your relationships better. And remember, this is a general reading, so if I say something that doesn't resonate, go into your chart, do your homework, and try to figure out why it isn't connecting. Astrology is a very complicated art and science. And of course, if you don't want to figure it out, email me and we'll set up a reading. All right, today we're going to talk about just very stoic, serious Grandpa Capricorn with the passionate sex symbol Scorpio. How does that work? Yes, it's a strong bond. And of course, the obvious, Scorpio likes a challenge. Capricorn is a challenge because they have a high wall and they don't like to do feelings. So Scorpio likes to dig for the feelings. It could be exciting. They're both serious about one another. That's all the obvious. We're going to talk about the less obvious parts, positive and negative, about a Scorpio-Capricorn relationship. So it's really important to understand that Capricorn's ruled by Saturn and modernly Scorpio's ruled by Pluto. So these are both the planets that rule over death and harshness and coldness in a way. So they both bond by having suffered in life, just different ways. Capricorns are born feeling like they're lacking, especially with their bodies and materially, because they're an earth sign. And they often feel like the world's cold and that they're always in debt. If someone offers help, they're always feeling like they're going to want something in return, and that's going to be a threat to their security. They're always about protecting their physical and material security. And they're so goal-oriented. It's like they use the suffering to push them up the mountain in life because they don't want to be impoverished in their body and their living situation. They want to be safe. Capricorns do safety, and they do offer most of the time serious commitments, and it doesn't matter if it falls under polyamory, whatever the structure of the relationship is. They have to have a lot of trust in that, and they will follow the rules. They follow the rules, and really what it depends on, they will merge with someone if it doesn't slander their reputation, because they're like walking resumes, you guys. They need to see that you make sense with their life in that way, that you don't embarrass them, that you don't take them further away from their goals. And Scorpio is a very determined warrior, they're ruled by Mars, so they're a very tough, serious person too. They have their own set of walls. With Pluto as the modern ruler, they are always like thinking people have their bad intentions. They always are paranoid. They want to protect themselves. They see the world as dark. They see the darkness in other people. So you have two people that are like suffering in a lot of ways and that view the world really negatively. So this could be like a negative Nancy power couple. And I think they work best when they're both geared towards like material success. And Scorpio, even though they're a very emotional water sign, they're like an icy lake, and people really have to stick around to thaw such a big body of water out. And then there's a lot of emotional devotion that comes with that. But Scorpio likes to gain power in life. They're all about power because power transforms, power propels you in life, power gives you more power, or gaining power over finances especially gives you more power over people psychologically. So they can be interested in gaining that type of power, and that's how they're going to catch a Capricorn's attention, is if they are a career-minded Scorpio, if they have goals, if they've gained some type of financial security, because Capricorns like safety and they like serious commitments, and they just don't understand how someone could give them a serious commitment if there's no materials to back it up. There has to be safety in that way, and you need money, you need a house to survive, you need food and all that. So if a Scorpio is very power hungry in a 10th house goals type of way, that Capricorn could be totally hard eyes for them, very much in love. And yes, both like serious commitments here. And both like to protect themselves, so they can really be the power couple, negative Nancy couple that super protects their interests, super protects their money, super protects their goals and reputation, because Scorpio likes to be in a veil of mystery with their lover. So they'll really, protect and respect Capricorn's need for serious, reputation in society, because they don't really care about how the outside world sees them. They just want to know that they have their love at home, that they know who the real person is at home, because Scorpio will always see beyond the resume Capricorn plasters on their face. And oftentimes Scorpio can see Capricorn's weaknesses, and Capricorns don't do well if you talk about their weaknesses. Like Scorpio, if you know, of course you notice Capricorn's weaknesses. You are a very perceptive, intuitive person. My advice is never let that be known, because Capricorns, even if they take it like maturely, which they will, that is like a dagger in the heart if you bring out their insecurities, if you state it plainly, like, oh, Capricorn, you are a little bit chubby, or your bank account isn't that great. Like, you can't, like, I know you're going to see the weaknesses, Scorpio, but be very careful stating those, because that will make a Capricorn fall out of love with you very fast. But if you have a good situation, they might change their mind. I hate to say it, it's nothing bad really. Capricorns are very material people, and they don't like lazy people. And this is where you being Mars rules Scorpio is amazing for Capricorn. Again, this is a couple that does better with goals and 10th housey. Like if the Scorpio is a 10th house person, and if the Capricorn has a strong Saturn, I feel like they could just go places in life, and they could just trust each other to such a high level. And of course, Capricorn's an earth sign. You guys are ruled by the devil card in tarot, so they love physical intimacy, but they like to indulge in all of the deadly sins type of thing, especially physical intimacy, because they don't have to talk, they don't have to say their feelings, they could just use their body to show you. And Scorpio can like that, but Scorpio they like to dig into people's feelings. They like to pry, and they like to push people's boundaries. And Capricorn will feel like very uneasy about that at first. But if they respect the Scorpio and they feel safe, they will, kind of let it happen. But it will take a while, Scorpio, to bust down that Capricorn, that Saturn wall of theirs. And I know that, you guys love a challenge. Like I said, Capricorn is a big challenge for you. But what often happens is that whenever Capricorn lets out their feelings to the Scorpio, and yes, of course, Scorpio is really good to do that with Capricorn. Scorpio is protective of their love's feelings. But Scorpio's like intensity. So sometimes when Capricorn first lets out their feelings, it might be underwhelming for the Scorpio. Like, oh, that's all that there was under there. So Scorpio, don't make Capricorn feel small when they finally unravel in front of you. Foster that, and it will grow. You'll begin to see more, and maybe you'll get some intensity. But overall, Capricorn is not a warm, emotional, intense water sign. Yes, they're sensual, they're earth sign, but they're not intense like you might want them to be, and unless they have water or a strong Pluto in their chart too, which would be ideal. So it's good to accept each other for who the other is. And Capricorn could feel like Scorpio is overwhelmingly emotional, especially in private when they're not in public, and can not understand, maybe why Scorpio loses their temper or gets upset about things, because Capricorns are just always trying to have the most mature outlook, which can enrage Scorpio because they can feel judged, and then they'll go for the weaknesses in Capricorn, and then Capricorn will feel judged, and this can be a very bad cycle, because both of these don't like to be messed with. I mean, Saturn people, Capricorn people are not going to be sweet water signs unless they have a lot of water. They don't do threats, Scorpio. So if you threaten a Capricorn, either they'll just leave if they feel unsafe, or they're going to bite back. They will protect their security tooth and nail. Don't tell them how to spend their money. Like, don't attack those things that Capricorns hold dear. And Capricorn, be careful with barking too much at Scorpio, because they're going to be a very formidable opponent here. And don't make them feel immature for being an emotional person. Just because you're very reserved, they are too, but they're a water sign, so they have a lot of emotional intensity, and it's really important that you don't critique too much. Capricorns don't critique like Virgos, but they can make you feel like a kid when you're upset, and Scorpio does not like to be demeaned like that. They will get super pissed off. So this is kind of a touchy couple here. So it's best when they distract themselves with being just goal-oriented and career-minded, like I said, and plainly accepting each other for who they are. Scorpio accept that Capricorn is reserved. They're not a super intense water sign. They're earth. They like stability. They might even be a little bit boring, in your opinion, especially if Scorpio's in like their bad boy, bad girl phase, where they just want to push all the boundaries in the world and get in a lot of intense situations to see what they're made of. This can make Capricorn feel super uneasy. They like structure, and they bring structure to their love, and they don't like that. Just will make them feel very unsafe. So this couple needs to meet at the right time, and I do feel like this couple works best when they meet after 30, or when they meet after their younger years are behind them, because they get everything out of their system. And I feel like Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and that's all about transformation. So if you catch them in the right transformation, Capricorn, they might be ready to settle down and be more structured and not seek those intense situations that will make you scared, because you want your Scorpio to be healthy, and you almost can start controlling one another, I feel, because Scorpio will want the control, Capricorn will want the control. Capricorn's going to be controlling, and that they're going to want to keep Scorpio safe and not pushing boundaries and staying within the structure. And Scorpio's going to want to control, Capricorn in a way that's psychological, and maybe it will be controlling them with money if they make more money, or controlling, people they're around, controlling their bodies. Like, there needs to be a lot of respect here, because you guys don't take crap from one another. You're very tough. You have walls, and you need to feel safe and in control. So it's super important that you have respect for each other's power here, and to accept each other for who they really are, and to honor what you guys bring to one another. And if I will get more into the negative, if you guys want a video on the dark side of Capricorn and Scorpio, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I think this is a power couple if you're on the same page, if you meet at the right time. And again, if you're just willing to accept what the gifts that each other brings, I think it could be a really safe union, because you're both serious signs. Scorpio likes to find their love, and they're fixed. They won't leave. If they get hit right here, they're not going to leave Capricorn. So it's really important that you pay attention to those emotions, because that's Scorpio currency. And you guys, you're logical, you're rational, you can understand that. Capricorn honors structures, whatever the relationship structure is, especially if they respect what that person's built in their life, they will honor it. So they could just be so safe from one another and bring out the best. So I really love it. Let me know how your Capricorn-Scorpio relationship is in the comments below. Let me know how you like this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.